Hey guys, Engineer Wannabe here, and I wanted to do a quick comparison between two Grand Seiko GMTs. I initially bought the SBGM221 a few months ago, towards the end of last year, and I picked this up I think 2 weeks ago now, and I've been constantly comparing the two, wondering how they can feel so different when the dimensions are so similar. So I thought I'd do a quick laid back comparison between the two. So just to start off, let's go ahead and compare the dimensions. The SBGM221 is a 39 millimeter watch in diameter. The SBGE211, this black dial model right here, is 41 on the Grand Seiko website, I believe. But my calipers measured 40. I tried to measure it in multiple different ways, but I could only get 40, maybe 40.2 millimeters. So I'm not entirely sure why they put it as 41, but maybe something's up with my calipers. I don't think so. Regardless, let's move on. Luck to luck on this guy is 46. I always round it to the nearest millimeter. And on this guy is 48, lug to lug. So this wears quite a bit bigger, and you can tell here as well, just by looking at the face of the watch. This does look quite a bit bigger, even though the dimensions are minimally different. Thickness, you're not going to believe this, but they're exactly the same. Not exactly the same, but they both come up around 14 millimeters. This is around 13.8. This is 14 bang on. But this looks much thinner. And it goes to show how well the SBGM221 wears. It sounds terrible on paper. 14 millimeters for a GMT dress watch, but part of that is because of that boxed and domed sapphire. While here we have a bit of a domed sapphire, but kind of a stepped bezel here, conical and stepped bezel. So this is more slab-sided, while this is also polished beautifully, and it's a curved case, which is really interesting as well. So this wears a lot better than this. This does wear like a dress piece. So moving on, we have a spring drive movement on the SBGE. We have just an automatic 9S movement on the SBGM, and that's what the M and E kind of stand for. If there was a J instead, it would be a spring drive. High beat GMT. So SBGM is automatic GMT, just a regular 28 BPH GMT. SBGE spring drive GMT. SBGH high beat 36.6 BPH GMT. A little trivia there for you, Grand Seiko trivia. The SBGE also comes in a bracelet, while the SBGM comes in this really nice crocodile strap with a deployant and a metal first keeper. Really really nice pieces, both of them, and I am thrilled to have them both in my collection. This, of course, comes off as a very nice sports watch. Also has a screw-down crown, 100 meters of water resistance. This does not have a screw-down crown. It does not have a screw-down case back. And it is 30 meters, so it's just basically splash resistant. So this does come off as the dress watch. We have the nice sports watch here. I really like this case. I'm used to it from seeing it on the Snowflake, which I owned last year, and it's just a bit taller because of the what would you call that? The rehot, the chapter ring rehot that has a GMT scale or 24-hour scale. This, of course, has the 24-hour scale printed on the dial right under the indices. And of course, interesting thing here is that the GMT hand is blued, heat blued very beautifully. Placed with the light amazingly. And the GMT hand here is very exceptionally well painted red to match that GMT text at the bottom. The printing on both watches are the printing is absolutely brilliant. Very crisp, very nice to look at. A little bit about the movements. This SBGM houses the 9S66 and the SBGE houses the 9R66. So there's a lot of parallels in the naming scheme here, which once you analyze a bit, you kind of see. So anyway, guys, one thing I should mention is that this watch doesn't play too well with straps. It is really slab-sided, so when you do take the bracelet off, there's a huge wall of metal, and so you need a kind of a thicker strap. But when you put a thicker strap on, it's kind of not very elegant, not very nice. So this works best on a bracelet. I have yet to try a NATO on it, so I might do that next. I think it might look really nice on a NATO. But so far, the bracelet wins. The straps are nice. It's just if you don't mind seeing a huge wall of metal here, it would work out better. Since things are curved on the SBGM, it looks way better overall. We didn't talk about the case finishing. Case finishing on the SBGM is olive high polish. That does not mean that it's cheaply done. It's the frame Zeratsu polishing as well. But as you can tell, there are still different bevels and angles on the high polish. It's very elegantly done. Very visually interesting. So it's not boring. It's not a boring high polished case. The SBGE, on the other hand, has brushing on the top of the lugs. It has a nice bevel going down the side. A high polish on the sides. All very, very nicely Zeratsu polished. Pardon the smudges. I don't have a free hand to wipe them off right now. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick comparison between the SBGM221 and the SBGE211. Take care, guys. Hope you're doing well right now. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.